Hello and welcome to the third playthrough within the Final Fantasy Marathon. And it is my second favourite Final Fantasy game and one of my favourite games of all time. It's the first Final Fantasy game that I picked up, and it is Final Fantasy III. Now, I do love this game an unholy amount, but that is an unpopular opinion. But within the Final Fantasy Marathon, this is one of the playthroughs that I'm going to enjoy doing the most because I appreciate the game for what it is and for what it brought to the table within the following through for the franchise later on. And even though it is rather unpopular, well, not necessarily unpopular, but very underplayed because this is the only non-Japanese version officially out. And all the other versions on like the iOS and everything, it's the same game, just better graphics. But now with the Pixel remaster out, people have suddenly become interested in playing Final Fantasy III because they want to check out kind of the original, but with the remastered pixels. But I'll speak more of that after this intro has ended, because for now I'm going to shut up so that it can be watched. And there is a very goated dungeon, one of my favourite dungeons in FF history. Well, I'd say it's joint favourite because I just love it so much. I'm not going to name it yet though. But yeah, 3 is probably the shortest game in the franchise, but because of what you have to do, it's not necessarily as short as the rest, because the way I'm going to have to do it. I will not be rushing through it. Of course, that is the point of these fresh playthroughs of the Final Fantasy games. I'm going to be doing it nice and slow. So there we go. Let's talk more about it now. So, as I said, here we are with the DS remake of Final Fantasy III. The only official version brought out outside of Japan. A few years later, they did bring out the iOS version. They brought out a PS Vita version, but it's the same. It's the same game, just enhanced graphics. The more it went on, so there has only been one version of Final Fantasy III, but now there is also, as I said, the Pixel remasters coming out, and people have suddenly become interested in this game because people are going to actually get to experience the original feel for the first time, which is something that hasn't been available for Final Fantasy III, because even if you took away this version, unless you emulate the original and change it from Japanese to English, you don't get to play the original Final Fantasy III. It was the same with 2, but you did have the PS1 version and multiple other versions on the GBA onwards that came out for 2. But 3 has been the game to have the least versions, but now I hope that people get to play it and actually enjoy it, and don't complain about how difficult it is. But anyway, without further ado, it is time to start Final Fantasy III. My second favourite. Ow. I didn't see that hole there. What have I gotten myself into now? So we're going to keep the default names as Luneth, Refia, Ark and Ingus when I get all 4 characters. But unlike the original you get all 4 Warriors of Light straight away. Here you get them a bit differently because they changed it for the DS remake. But here we go. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. Because we went from like a massive field from right to left, filled with multiple enemies. You know, you got to choose different targets and stuff. To now, well, the DS remake of Final Fantasy 3, you don't get any more than 3 enemies within a battle. And that's kind of because of the way they designed the remake. But anyway, those were monsters. Why do I get the feeling it's not the safest place to be? Because it isn't, Luneth, my friend. Because it isn't. So we've got the equipment menu, we've got a knife, and we've got nothing else for now. So yeah, you do get, well, Final Fantasy 3 introduces the job system. Of course, 1 doesn't really count, because whatever job you choose for your characters, that's it. And I'm going to put the always running thing on the config menu. Cursor memorize, default move, run, and the main hand is right. It introduces the job system where level ups are not the only stats that matter, but the stats you gain from the jobs you make also add on to your character build. Now, it's the first game to do it. Of course, 5 mastered it. 5 is without a doubt the best job system, but the updated Zodiac Age version of FF12 with the Zodiac grids or whatever it's called, they seem pretty cool. But 3 and 5 are the most basic job systems. 3, you could argue bits of it is janky, but 5 mastered it. 5 is fantastic. I also think 3 is fantastic. The game is difficult, but hey ho. Anyway, I'm going to stop rabbiting on. This is not what the playthrough will continue to be, but now we get through the rest of it without me rabbiting on, so let's go. There's something strange about that rock. So there's quite a few secrets littered throughout the dungeon. I think Final Fantasy 3 is like the first game to do it and have like secret areas, but that's just the way it is. Beautiful little spiral. There's something I never knew, but like when you get to the point where you do 20 attacks, if the last one's like a cross slash, that lets you know that the boss is dead. But I never clocked onto that, and I realised, and I was like, ah, of course. A long sword. There is no weapon for proficiencies, at least, though, which is very good. Antarctic Wind. Could defeat the first boss very easily with it, or I could keep it for a certain boss later. And if you've seen my original FF3 playthrough, you would have known what boss really annoys me in this game. Well, one of the many bosses, well, not many, but one of the few bosses that is very annoying in this game that Antarctic Winds help a lot for. I know, I don't want to have to use a potion, come on. Let's not get to that point. Should be a level up now, though. Maybe not yet, but his freelancer job level has increased. Of course, the more crystals... Well, basically, I'm not going to... I won't reveal the plot yet, but... There's a certain things that can happen, that need to happen for it to work. There we go. So yeah, you cannot save within the dungeon of Final Fantasy 3. You can quick save in the DS version. That's about it. So any dungeon you go through, you have to one-shot. like, well, in Final Fantasy IV onwards especially, you get like save points before a boss within the dungeon, like a lot of times, but not in FF3. It's the most hardcore game in the series. By God. Anyway, a wellspring. What mystifying colours. HP and MP restored. So status for level up. For next level, 31. I might as well, why not? Bum, 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 bum. So you'll notice as the freelancer job goes up, Luneth will start doing more attacks. He'll do more than 2 eventually. And then he'll get more things in. And, well, his attack stat will just go up as well. But that's just basically how it goes. So level 3 should be a shout. Bum 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 bum. Bonk bonk. Evla. Bonk bonk. So of course, I'm assuming most people that play this game, or at least a lot, will probably die to the first boss, because they might end up going straight to the left, going straight to the boss, not realising there was the wellspring. Then, you know, second time you go to the right instead, explore, find that you heal yourself, you're like, ah. But I don't know, I mean, I just know that a lot of people complain about the game because of its difficulty, but I could not care less. With how long this game took me to complete, like, you know, it took me ages and I persevered, but I managed to do it. And that was a beautiful moment, completing the game for the first time. Still killed it with a knife slash. So you may notice, you know, damage has been chopped up by 1, so Carbuncle went from doing 2 to 1, and the Wisp went from doing 5 to 4, and that's within the same level up, which shows that job proficiencies can make a difference. I'm just glad there's no weapon or stat proficiency. You have to bloody get hit to gain a good HP increase. None of that crap. It's just level ups and job level ups. Give me another battle, come on, there we go. There should be a level up after this fight. Badonk-a-donk. Done 2 again. But we know it can do lower damage. That's the main thing about it. Gets a job level as well. So level 3 with, is it job level 5? I'm not sure. But anyway, there we go. Yeah, job level 5. So you got the attack there. Of course, attack, defense, and magic defense changes based on equipment, but then you've got strength, agility, vitality, intellect, and mind, which are all affected by what class you choose. Now, some lower certain stats, some of them heighten certain stats. A freelancer is a good job to go back to at the end once you've got all your base stats, because I believe all the stats you gain stockpile onto freelancer. It works the same way in 5 as well. But yeah, there we go. So there's no point going past level 3 because it takes the piss from here. So let's go. I'm gonna have to heal up again. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do do do. Of course, you get a critical, which would have one-shotted first turn. On the second turn, when it didn't matter, you absolute pillock. Do. I mean, kind of good how it's more orchestral, the OST. But if they managed to implement the funky synth style from the original with those beats that I love in the original, if they could have done that for this version, beautiful. It would have been beautiful. Oh, look at that, we made it as well. Let's see if there's any equipment I'm missing. Nope. Okay. Here we go. What's that? An evil creature attacks Luneth. Here we go. First boss. Because it can crit, I need to use a Posciano just to play it safe. Oh yeah, I forgot it's on memory. What twat. Of course, that happens. I didn't have to use the potion, but never mind. Obtain another Antarctic wind for my troubles. So compared to the original, every enemy's stats and every boss's stats, especially their HP values, are much higher than the original. But anyway, you have been chosen. Who's that? Who's there? Warrior from the land of darkness. You have been chosen as the bringer of hope. Move that there. Is this crystal talking to me? Darkness is threatening to engulf the world. When light is lost, the equilibrium will be no more. What are you talking about? There are others who share your destiny. You must seek them out. Once you find them, I will bestow upon you our last light, our last hope. Now go. Well, wait, I don't understand. Interesting. I'm back on the surface. What was that? Light, darkness, our last hope? What was that all about? Right, so here we go. So we're out on the Veld map. Woo! So here we go to the first town / village. Go straight to Elder to Papa. You have come, Luneth, so it is you who has been chosen. You must understand that your meeting with the crystal was not happenstance. It was the crystal's will. You have been chosen. Chosen for what? I don't understand. A long time ago, a traveller came to me carrying a newborn child. His face was covered in soot and his clothes were burnt to tatters. The child he carried in his arms was you. To think, even as a newborn, you were already destined to be chosen by the crystal. You must now set forth on your journey. Take your power, the light you hold in your heart, and use it well. So this day has finally come. I'm going to worry about you, so promise me you'll be careful. So these are the adopted parents. Luneth, you must treat Nina, your mother, the very best you can. You must know that by now that she is not your birth mother, but she has taken care of you as if she truly were. So here we go. I heard that someone put a curse on the whole town of Kazus. I'm not going anywhere near that place. Speaking to certain people can sometimes open up the item menu, so you can use items on them. Come, try using a potion on me. Thank you, I feel much better. Take this as a token of my appreciation. So there's a lovely phoenix down for a potion. You see, I never used to talk to townspeople, but just do it. Hi, Luneth. The others went over to the corner of town. I wonder what the hubbub's all about. So, one of the only free inns within the game. But you don't have to pay to rest. I hear you're going on a journey. You're free to stay here any time. Now, you'd better rest up for what lies ahead. And here is the item shopper. We don't bother with that yet. Bum bum bum. Here we go. Play the piano, so you get 3 different piano tunes. Do 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 do. How was that? They didn't mind it. They didn't mind it. And here you go. Why, hello there, Luneth. Watch me dance. There we go. If you're going on a journey, you have to take some antidotes and eye drops. I could do, but no. Hey, would you play me a song on the piano? Already done it. Stupid earthquake. I can't get back to Canaan because a huge stupid rock is now blocking the entrance through Nell Valley. I can never speak to the barkeeper. There's no secrets in the pot. Here we go. Let me tell you about your current job. Freelancers can use low-level magic, but their base attributes are pretty low. But the attributes increase based on job level and actual level, but everything else is specifically tailored to whatever the class is. But anyway, it said that those blessed by the crystal's light can regain their health and even revive themselves by drinking wellspring water. Let's go into the well. So there's 2 potions and an eye drop, I believe. Or is it an antidote? Oh no, it's just 3 potions. Oh well. Doo -doo -doo. So she goes. So you're leaving her, eh? The whole town's talking about it. Take the potions in that well with you. I didn't believe in spooks until I saw one in Kazus, or Kazus, although I said Kazus. I've always said it as Kazus. Anyway, let's get introduced to the second main character. Oh yeah, ghosts don't exist? Then go there yourself and prove it. Ha, you don't have the guts, you're a coward. Here is Ark. Hey Ark, what's going on? It's Luneth, let's get out of here. Hey, wait Ark, you don't have to run away from me. I'm not a coward, but I know I have to be stronger. But I can't ask for Luneth's help. I'll show them. Oh, hello, Luneth. I'm picking flowers. Good for you. You can take the items in the storehouse up ahead. They should help you on your journey. Watch out for monsters, though. You get monsters in this area. They very rarely do this, especially in towns. 0 encounters, though. Oi, oi. Antidote. Antidote. There are switches that open hidden passageways in towns and dungeons. You have to look closely to find them. Take a look at that candle, for example. If you zoom in close enough, see that shining spot? Those sparkles tell you there's something fishy there. This is the main premise of Final Fantasy III. There are quite a few hidden spots across all of the towns and dungeons within the game. It's a nice little fun addition to one of the original trilogy games. There's a cure, eye drops, longsword, dagger, and a potion. Oh no, Phoenix down. Right, gotta dual wield the longsword. This has gotta be done. Give him cure. And there we go. I like how once you give a character magic, they're not stuck with it. You can change the magic around in this. Which of course does not happen in 1 because only 3 classes can get it anyway, and 2 because of all the crappy stat building stuff. Whatever magic you give to a character, they keep. It really doesn't matter what you see here, like you just get goblins really. Right. So I'm going to be spamming longswords once I get all characters. And I will also be getting armour for characters once I can. So we're getting the armour as well. All you get here is poisoner, cure, and something else. Oh no, it's just poisoner. You don't even get cure yet. Being bullied again. Since you two were brought up together, you should look after him more. Right, okay, calm down. Where did Art go? I can't seem to find him. I thought you would know, seeing how you two are like brothers and all. Here we go. Ah! Ark, it's me, Luneth. Don't be afraid. Why did you run off on your own? What are you trying to prove, anyway? Let me go with you, Luneth. I want to show everyone that I'm not a weakling. I did manage to come here all by myself. You'll take me with you, Luneth, won't you? Alright, if that's what you want. Let's join the party. So I'm going to get all 4 party members, and then that'll be that. So you've got these shops, but there's basically a ghostly curse where I cannot get anything from this shop yet, so no mithril swords, unfortunately. Yeah, he can't do business while he's a ghost. Now I'll show you what's in here. This is a wellspring for life, so it resurrects anyone that's dead. Oh no, that one's HP and PV. You did get one for basically reviving and getting rid of status ailments. But in that you have to do it manually. Here we go. Only the power of mithril can banish the djinn. That is why the djinn cursed this town once it found out the nearby mines were packed with the stuff. Howdy there, Sid's the name, I'm from Canaan. I've been stuck here ever since Nell Valley got blocked by a giant rock. On top of that, I got a curse cast on me, along with these other folks. Ain't that a trip and a half? Luneth, we have to do something to help these people. Say, if I let you my airship, do you lads think you could help me and these other saps? From what I hear, this curse can be dispelled through the power of a mithril ring. Unfortunately, we all seem to be out of mithril rings here. Even if we could get the mithril, Taka the Smith has been turned into a ghost himself, and his daughter, the apprentice, has gone missing. My airship's hidden in the desert west of here. Use it to find a way to lift this curse. So that is the second Sid within the franchise. But of course, Sid become a staple from 2. He was retconned into 1 in a later version as well. Anyway, if only we had the mithril ring that the blacksmith had forged. It is the only thing that may banish the djinn. The djinn that we had banished into the sealed cave was released by the earthquake and cast a curse on us all. Bit of a shame. I wonder where the smith's daughter has gone. I remember her complaining about her training and not wanting to follow in her father's footsteps. I wonder if she has a mithril ring in her possession. And well, the rest of the place is not too much more. What? How many times do I have to say it? No, I don't have any mithril rings. I want to get rid of this curse as much as you, but I might have to temper mithril as a ghost. Even if I weren't cursed, I couldn't work unless I knew my daughter was safe. It's all my fault. I shouldn't have been so harsh in training her. Let's have a look. Yeah, thought there was something. There's a potion. And then in here we've got the mithril mines. But there's not really. There's literally nothing in there. There's just the enemies and that's it. It's a good training spot, but one of the 4 characters you get doesn't ever want to come into the town, so. Here he is. Oh, idiot. You don't want to press right, you press left. Is it left? There's nothing over here, but there was. God knows, I don't remember, but random secret area for you. Right, now we go to the airship, which is literally right here. Here is the 3rd character. Who are you? What are you doing here? I could ask you the same thing. This is Sid's airship and he's letting us use it. I'm Rekia. I'll have you know that my father and I forged the parts for the ship back in Kazus. So that means you're the blacksmith's daughter. You have to help us make a mithril ring. Yes, that's the only way we'll be able to lift the curse on Kazus. I can't make mithril rings. I didn't study that far. I didn't want to. Well, I don't think Sid's gonna be particularly happy with that news. Oh, I know we can find a ring. My father forged a mithril ring for King I don't know if it's Sasune or Sasune, I've never known. King Sasune a long time ago. He should still have it. Let me go with you. I can't make mithril rings, but I want to help my father and the people of Kazus. I think she should come with us, Luneth. Me too. Slacking off saved her from the curse, so maybe that luck might rub off on us. Hey, that's not funny. Lucky you see her grumpy face as well. Just gleaming through. All aboard. So we get an airship already. Yeah, I know, right? Whoa. Here is Castle Sasune. Here's the fourth and final character. A terrible curse befell the people in Castle Sasune while I was gone. Only the power of a mithril ring may save them, I am told. But Kazus is suffering from the same fate as Sasune. I must do something, but where will I find a mithril ring? I am the daughter of the blacksmith of Kazus. The king must still have the ring my father made him. We've come to borrow the king's mithril ring to save Kazus. Will you let us through? An audience with the king. Yes, I believe I can arrange that. Come, I will be waiting in the throne room. Go straight here for now. I'll loot everything afterwards. There's quite a few secrets throughout here as well. But here we go. The Jinn's curse has befallen us all, and I am no exception. Sire, these younglings have come seeking the mithril ring to counter the curse. The mithril ring? You seek to use its powers to banish the Jinn once again? I would grant you this boon. However, my daughter holds the ring, and she went missing shortly before the curse was cast upon us. If the princess holds the ring, the Jinn may have taken her. If it is so, I fear for my precious Sarah. The Jinn must have taken her to its cave to the north. Don't worry, sir, we'll get her back. Sire, I would like to ask for your leave to accompany these brave souls to the sealed cave and rescue Lady Sarah. And here is Ingus. You have my leave, Ingus, unless there are any objections. Of course not. His sword is worth twice that of these two. Now, that's not fair, but I agreed that having one of the king's men with us would help us a lot. There is a secret passageway in the sealed cave. Search for the skeleton key. I am counting on you and your friends, Ingus. Banish the Jinn and save us all. Right, so if we looky here, we have Dissy. I can dual wield them two for now. Right, here we go. Get some good loot. A Phoenix down. So yeah, the thing is as well, in Final Fantasy 3 there are only a limited amount of Phoenix downs. The Phoenix downs you find are the only ones. You cannot buy them in a shop. So that's why I said it's the most hardcore title in the franchise, because it is. And then, well, we'll come back here later. Another shield, don't care, blizzard. Actually, no. give the blizzard to Ingus. Actually, no. What am I doing? I'm being an idiot. That was right, because when I get the job, Ingus is going to be the red mage, Ref will be the black mage, and Ark will be the white mage, so there we go. Bronze knuckles. Yep. Now there's two towers. The eastern tower has a few chests and nothing else in them. But the western tower has enemies, which I'll leave for now. If I weren't a ghost, I'd go and defeat the Jinn myself. Yeah, of course you would, mate. Yeah, of course. Okay, the arrow. I'm good now. I think it's 40 wooden arrows and 10 holy arrows. We'll rest there. Do 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 do. There we go, lovely jubbly. Lady Sarah, until she disappeared, was praying every day for your safe return, Sir Ingus. She likes him. Wooden arrow, potion, and bow. That's it for now. A few bits and bobs I'll be doing tomorrow, because not straight away. So, thank you for watching this episode of my playthrough of Final Fantasy III. And in the next episode, I'll be returning to the altar cave in the area before the hole that Luneth falls into, because there's quite a few chests with a decent amount of gil for this part of the game, as well as loads of longswords that I can use to equip. And then after that I'll buy equipment I'll need, and then I'll make my way to the Sasune West Tower in order to get the what's it called? The White Slayer sword with the mini boss fight there. And then if there's enough time and if I'm a high enough level, I will then be going towards the cave in order to defeat the Jinn. But until then, hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode.